One quiet night, under the glow of a bright full moon, Charcoal lay near the back door of his house, dozing peacefully. Suddenly, his ears perked up, catching the faint sound of mysterious footsteps coming from the backyard. A peculiar scent drifted through the air, earthy yet sweet, unlike anything he had encountered before. "What could that be?" he muttered to himself, slowly creeping toward the edge of the garden. A faint blue light flickered briefly through the bushes. Charcoal followed the scent until he reached the bushes. The rustling of leaves made him pause, his heart pounding. Then, out of nowhere, a small creature leapt out. It resembled a rabbit, but it wasn't an ordinary one. Its fur glowed faintly blue, and its golden eyes locked onto his with a curious stare. Charcoal froze, both puzzled and intrigued. The glowing creature tilted its head slightly, as if examining him, before bounding off into the bushes. "Wait!" Charcoal called, his paws instinctively carrying him forward to follow. Charcoal stopped at the edge of the garden he knew so well. But what he saw next made him doubt his own eyes. The familiar dirt path had transformed into a trail of luminous flowers, each petal glowing softly as though alive. A gentle whisper seemed to float on the breeze. "Come closer. Don't be afraid." Charcoal hesitated for a moment before whispering to himself, "If I don't explore this, I might regret it." He stepped onto the glowing path, his curiosity outweighing his caution. The moment Charcoal set paw on the path, everything around him changed. The whispers turned into a soft melody, like a lullaby from another realm. Each step he took lit the flowers beneath him, as though they were inviting him to venture deeper. "Where am I?" he murmured, his eyes wide as he looked around in awe. The path led him to a vast meadow that seemed to be straight out of a dream. Moonlight bathed the grass in a silvery glow, and golden butterflies fluttered through the air like living stars. "This is beautiful," he whispered, watching as the butterflies danced around him. Suddenly, a rustling sound broke the serenity. Charcoal tensed, his ears swiveling toward the source. A squirrel hopped out from the bushes nearby, but this was no ordinary squirrel. It had shimmering silver antlers that sparkled like gemstones. "Greetings, Charcoal," the squirrel said in a gentle voice. "You know my name?" Charcoal asked, tilting his head in confusion. "Of course we do. We've been waiting for you," the squirrel replied with a warm smile. Charcoal stared, bewildered. The melody that had guided him grew a little louder, and he looked up to see a bird soaring above him. Its wings shimmered with iridescent colors, like a rainbow in motion. "What is this place?" Charcoal asked, both to himself and the squirrel. "This is another dimension, connected to your backyard," the squirrel explained. "But this world only reveals itself on nights of the full moon." The squirrel led Charcoal deeper into the meadow, where he saw wonders he could never have imagined. Flowers swaying to the rhythm of the melody, and a shimmering pond that reflected the stars as if the sky had turned upside down. But before they could go any farther, the squirrel turned to him with a serious expression. "Remember this. The path will vanish when the moonlight fades. If you stay here too long, you might never find your way back home." The warning sent a shiver through Charcoal, but his curiosity burned brighter. "Can I come back here again?" "That depends entirely on you," the squirrel replied with a knowing smile. When Charcoal finally returned to the starting point, everything had returned to normal. The glowing path had disappeared, and the flowers looked like any ordinary garden blooms. The melody and soft light were gone, replaced by the familiar stillness of the night. But as Charcoal looked down at the ground, he noticed tiny, strange footprints, prints that were neither his own nor from any creature he had ever seen. It was proof that everything he had experienced was real. Looking up at the sky, he saw the moon still shining brightly. A cool breeze swept through the garden, carrying with it a faint hint of magic. Charcoal smiled softly and whispered to himself, "This is just the beginning." If you had fun hanging out with me, Charcoal, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's make more pawsome memories together. See you in the next adventure. Stay positive.